Hello student, we will discuss on application of third application of dimensional analysis today. Okay, and for it we have taken one example. uh, let's see the example. First of all, we should know what is the third application of dimensional analysis. In third application we can derive expression. Okay, suppose it is given that any physical quantity is depending on other physical quantities, then how will we derive the expression? Okay, so we are taking example. It is given here. For a simple pendulum, time period depends on mass of the bob, length of simple pendulum, and acceleration due to gravity. It is not written here gravity. You can write in this place gravity. Okay, derive expression with the help of dimensional analysis. So figure is given. The bottom one is bob, spherical metallic sphere. It is called bob, and the length is from the hanging point to the center of the bob. It is length. Okay, and the whole thing is called simple pendulum. So we have to derive expression for the given things. Okay, let's see. Mathematical terms for the given thing is this one. It can be written in this form: T is directly proportional to m power a, l power b, and g power c. As we don't know the time period of the pendulum is depending on which power of the physical quantity, therefore we have taken the powers of the physical quantity as a, b, and c respectively for m, l, and g. Okay, to remove the dimension sign of proportionality, we will include one constant. So k is the constant here, and it is now T is equal to k m power a, l power b, and g power c. K is a dimensional less constant, remember that. Taking dimensional formula both side, we will get T is a time, and therefore the dimensional formula for it is T, but for convenience we have written in the form of m power 0, l power 0, and t power 1. In the same way, in RHS, k is dimensional less, so therefore no need to write any dimension. M is mass, therefore m power a, l is length, l power b, and g is acceleration due to gravity, and the dimensional formula for it is lt minus 2. Okay, and the power of it is c. See, m is alone in RHS, and therefore it will be like m power a. L is in two square brackets, in middle one and in third one, so it will be l power b plus c, power will be added, and t power minus 2c. Comparing the powers of LHS and RHS, we will get a is equal to 0c. In LHS m power is 0, and in RHS m power is a, so a will be 0. Okay, and here l power 0 in LHS, and in RHS it is l power b plus c, and therefore by comparing we will get b plus c is equal to 0. In the same way, minus 2c will be equal to 1. Okay, now we will compare, we will calculate all the equation, and we will find the value of a, b, and c. In the given equation, you can see minus 2c is equal to 1, and therefore c will be equal to minus 1 by 2. Okay, here you can see this is minus 2c is equal to 1, and therefore c will be 1 minus 1 by 2. And when we will put c is equal to minus 1 by 2 to this equation b plus c, we will get b plus C is equal to 0 and therefore B is equal to 1 by 2. You can calculate it in rough page. You will find these two things. C is equal to minus 1 by 2 and B is equal to 1 by 2. Okay. So putting A, B, C in the above equation, equation 1, we will have T is equal to K M power 0 because A is 0, L power B because B is L power 1 by 2 because B is 1 by 2, and G power minus 1 by 2 because C is minus 1 by 2 that we have calculated above. Now since G is having power minus 1 by 2, so when we will bring it to denominator, it will be G power 1 by 2. Okay, we know power, if there is a power of 1 by 2, we can write it in square bracket. So L and G both have power 1 by 2, so combinedly we can write both of them in square root, and therefore it will be T is equal to K under root L by G. Okay, now if you are calculating in the term of dimensional formulae, okay, so your result is this one and it is complete. You will get full marks if you are solving or deriving the expression till this point. Okay, because you are finding in terms of dimensional formulae, and we know that K is a dimensionless numerical value or constant, and therefore no need to write the dimensional terms for K because K has no any dimensional formula. Okay, but experimentally we can get the value of K. Dimensionally we cannot find, but experimentally we can find the value of K and you can write it. Okay, so experimentally we have the value of K is equal to 2 pi, and after putting the value of K here, we will T is equal to 2 pi under root L by G, and this is the final result for time period of pendulum. Okay, if it is oscillating. Understood? So we have seen here that dimensional analysis can help you to derive any expression, but if there is any dimensionless constant term, dimensional analysis will not help to find that constant. Okay, but we can find the expression in terms of physical quantities which has dimensions. Understood? So we have seen here we have tried to understand the third application. In next video we will take some more example to understand this application, and we will discuss on the limitations of dimensional analysis. Till then, bye.